Here's how not to be taken serious in the recommendation age. Give people one of these. One of these. What is this called? It's called a business card. I'm sure you realize that. And it's your enemy to doing and telling people exactly what you do in the recommendation age. Hello everybody, it's Glenn Dietzel here from authorandgrowrich.com. And I'm excited to share with you an entire series that's truly going to reform your thinking. First of all, what is your enemy in the recommendation age? As I just mentioned, it's a business card. In a moment here, I'm going to show you what you absolutely must have in order to gain the kind of credibility that you want in an overcrowded marketplace that's jaded, that's cynical, and that's not listening to you. So it's one of these. They can't see you. They can't hear you. They can't even smell you. They don't know who you are because of a resistance that happens in their subconscious minds. Who are they? They're the people that you're trying to reach in an overcrowded marketplace that's cynical and that's jaded. Listen, I want to share with you a powerful story. Then I want to show you what you must absolutely have to command the recommendation age. Then I want to give you 3 powerful concepts that are absolutely critical. First of all, let me share with you this. All kinds of people come to me day in and day out and send me their manuscripts. Many of them have been picked up by leading publishing New York publishers. And I read their manuscripts and they look really good from a writing perspective. But from an entrepreneurial authoring perspective, they are horrible. In fact, many people who decide if they're going to come into our programs must understand principles of entrepreneurial authoring. And what ends up happening is that their manuscript basically gets rewritten. So I want you to understand this right now. If you have a partial manuscript, a full manuscript, I don't even want you to do anything more than if you've been accepted already and it still hasn't gone to print, I want you to stop everything and I want you to understand this once and once for all. I was just speaking at an event a couple weeks ago in Orlando, and it's interesting. I was up late at night watching Larry King live, and Larry King was interviewing 4 different experts. 2 of them I recognized. They were Robert Kiyosaki. 2 of them I didn't, and his wife, and 2 of them I didn't recognize. Now, here's something that's interesting that happened. I thought about it afterwards. Here's 4 people. 2 of them I didn't even know who they were. And did I ever for once question their expertise? No, I didn't. Why? Well, it wasn't because they had one of these that I didn't question their expertise. It was because they didn't have one. They had one of these, I should say. In other words, what is it that's going to create your expertise in the marketplace today? It's your book. In the recommendation age, sorry, I just hit my camera here. In the recommendation age, this is your enemy. You don't need this anymore. In other words, what I want to do right now is rip it up. If you want to be heard, seen, smelled, felt in the recommendation age at a heart level where people truly understand what you do and choose you and you, only you must have a book. Now, let me share with you some concepts that I want you to understand. 3 powerful concepts to understand the power of authorship and the power of entrepreneurial authoring, espoused in authorandgrowrich.com. Now, on these videos, I'm not selling anything. I'm sharing with you a system that will truly revolutionize your understanding of how to position your expertise once and for all. I'm a former educator, got picked up by Adobe within 6 weeks, featured. Had their marketing company come to me and say, Glenn, what's happening? You're a vice principal. How can it be that a vice principal is leading the field in authoring? Not just any kind of authoring, but showing people how they can take their passion and their expertise and tie it congruently into a marketplace that already wants what you have. That's been picked up by 2 consultants to 2 United States presidents. And so many other cool things. How does that happen? It's the power of what I'm going to share with you right now. First of all, I want you to write down the following concept. That because writing is the doing part of thinking, and that is if you want to make the quickest changes in your life and activate your subconscious mind, where all of change is facilitated when when you stop thinking about what it is that you're puzzling over, how to activate that part of the mind, that's the power of authorship. It's the power of writing. That's why we say that writing is the doing part of thinking. First of all, the first concept I want to share with you is this. It's not what's between the covers that's critical. It's what's between your ears that's critical. In other words, your mind. You are paid to self-reflect your target market, and specifically their negative perception to what your competitors do, and self-reflect your competition. That's the power of entrepreneurial authoring. It's the power of creating your own system to truly differentiate yourself very powerfully in the marketplace. So it's not what's between the covers. As important as what's in here is critical. It's what's between your ears that's even more important. It's the positioning that's critical. Remember, it's not the idea that's going to make you millions of dollars. It's the presentation of the idea that is absolutely critical. Second principle I want to share with you right now. It's not what you say that's important. It's who says it. It's not what you say. It's who says it. Let me give you a case study example. In authorandgrowrich.com, there are literally dozens and dozens and dozens of testimonials of people. Now, why am I using Author and Grow Rich? Because it's totally case study driven. It's the first book that uses real studies in an authoring program to show you the principles that you're going to gain as I showcase to you this system and some killer principles to take to your world from a business mindset. So the second principle is this. It's not what you say, it's who says it. So, in other words, you must have the social proof. If you look at any back matter copy on any book, you should see testimonials, endorsements. If you open up the book, you should see testimonials and endorsements. If you go to each chapter, you should see a real live case study. Why? Because in the recommendation age, it's not what you say, it's who says it. And that leads me to the third principle, and I want you to write this down right now. So we've covered two, and the third principle is as follows. And it's, again, absolutely critical to understanding how to position your manuscript, how to position your book. And it's this. Are you ready? It's not what you see. It's what you don't see that's critical. What do I mean by that? I mean this. Your book is the top lead generator, and that's Mark Victor Hansen, the most successful author ever. He calls his books the most successful lead generation program he's ever created for his business. Robert Kiyosaki stands up at every public place and says, "This is my best sales brochure." And he says it confidently. And that's what I want you to understand. It's not what you see, it's what you don't see. Your book is there to open up, if you do it properly, a whole new world of opportunity for yourself. A world of opportunity where you get to create your own rules for your own niche market that you create and truly dominate it. Because no one is going to be able to self-reflect you. We're going to have a lot more to say about that. Right now, I want to reveal to you two hidden concepts that are not revealed in the whole system and the book called The Secret. These are two hidden concepts that are not revealed to you in that system around how to attract what it is that you want to attract in life. And right now, I want to cover those two principles right now. You ready? Write these down immediately.